And welcome to the Monolog Podcast, everybody. I'm here for the first time in like 2 episodes. I'm back. No, I didn't quit the show. I had a little medical issue going on this week. I was sick with a really bad stomach virus. I'm sure the guys made their jokes. So let's move on. This is episode 3 of season 2. I got the crew with me today. Ricky, Marcus, and Jose. Say what's up, boys.
What up?
Missed you guys, no lie. I actually was bored out of my mind. No work and no podcast this week. Horrible. But we got some really good stories for you guys today on this episode, and we got some good jokes. First one. But before I get into the jokes, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, like that notification bell, like this video, share, follow us on all of our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, yeah, I always am. I'm not forgetting about you, Marcus. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok. And let's start the show. What's up, guys? First dirty joke.
Adorable.
I know, right? What's Deshaun Watson's favorite part of a Disney movie? No? Nobody?
No.
The happy endings.
The happy
Nice. Nice.
Damn, that's cold.
How's everybody doing? We're good? Everybody having a good
Yeah,
time?
bro, we're good. Yeah. Dude, shut the fuck up and go.
We're happy you're back, man.
Yeah, happy you're back, bro.
Thanks. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, I think I was waiting for us to
Happy
say
you
that.
didn't shit yourself into an oblivion.
It felt like that at one point.
Bro, this is what his butthole was saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Fish
Oh,
talk.
like, get off my plane.
Not going to say where I got them from, but I don't recommend them from the place that I went to.
I don't know how they know.
It won't. I'll just say this: it's somewhere in Oakland. Anywho, first
Like
story
2,000 restaurants.
to Marcus. We got some good stuff coming out of Houston with a what appears to be a drug dealer who had a tiger living at his house.
Okay, whatever. So, last week, there was a viral video going around of apparently a tiger running around the neighborhood scaring the shit out of people. Now, the tiger's about 8 months old, not really a full adult, but still a big-ass cat.
Mm-hmm.
So, an off-duty, I don't know if it's a constable or a sheriff, but basically drew his weapon, was trying to get the cat back in, like, wherever the hell it was supposed to get. The owner finally came outside and got the cat and put him in the house. And then the cat somehow disappeared. So for the last couple of days or so, they were searching for the damn tiger, and they finally found him, safe and sound. And in fact, we got a video on the store. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Question.
What's up?
All right, go ahead. Roll the clip, bro. I'll ask it off.
Welcome to Monday. Hello, I'm Len Cannon.
And I'm Mia Granny with your news at 5. Now wanted by Houston police, a large tiger and its owner. The big cat escaped from a West Houston home yesterday.
Yeah, this was truly a wild scene everybody's talking about. Cell phone video capturing an armed off-duty Waller County deputy doing what he could to make sure no one got hurt. You see the deputy with his weapon ordering the tiger's owner to get that animal back inside the house.
And now police need your help finding this man, the tiger's owner, 26-year-old Victor Hugo Cuevas. This is a 2017 booking photo, but he is currently charged with felony evading arrest for leaving the scene with the tiger. This all unfolded late yesterday in a West Houston neighborhood near Highway 6 and Memorial Drive. Adam Bennett is live there with reaction from the deputy and what police are saying about the tiger's owner. Adam?
Well, Mia, just a few minutes ago, police officially released Cuevas' name as well as his new charge. But get this, he was actually already out on bond on a murder charge out of Fort Bend County. This afternoon, police were gathering evidence from this backyard on Ivy Wall after they say a tiger jumped the fence last night.
It's got a collar.
Jose Ramos saw the big cat from his window.
That made me come out of the house and then really confirm there was a tiger in front of my house.
He posted this picture to a neighborhood blog.
We thought it was fake. You always have to verify.
Wes Mannion is a sergeant with Waller County Sheriff's Office.
No, sir. No, sir. No.
He was off duty when he confronted the tiger and its owner.
My weapon was always drawn but not pointed at him or anybody else. The pistol was actually pointed at the tiger in case that tiger bit him when he was grabbing it.
The property owner told me the tiger's handler had been renting that home since November.
They didn't even pay pet deposit. They said they have no pets.
The owner told me he had no idea there was a tiger living there, but admits something seemed off.
My partner was kind of suspicious because they would never let us go in to make repairs when we said. And he was actually last week asked me, they're kind of suspicious that we need to do something to get into the house. And I'm glad we didn't.
And that property owner told me he is working on filing an eviction, working on the eviction process right now. Now, police say Cuevas was last seen in a white Jeep Cherokee SUV with paper plates. If you see him, the tiger, that vehicle, police or Crime Stoppers want to hear from you. Len?
They said they didn't have any animals. Oh boy, Adam.
We're back. All right, this story is mind-blowing to me because just for so many reasons. There's so much going on with this. Marcus, you want to keep on?
All right, so first let's start off with so they found the tiger at an animal shelter. I don't know how long it's been there, but the tiger is supposed to be transferred to the Cleveland Armory Black Beauty Ranch.
So the guy that had it was
Am I the only one that thinks
actual owner?
that sounds like a hunting preserve, not an animal sanctuary?
Yeah,
I totally agree with that.
Choose your weapon as soon as you come in.
They close metal gates behind you. Like, you don't come out until the tiger's dead.
Fuck, they come
One
out.
one of you has to come out alive. We hope it's you, but if the tiger makes it out, that's cool too.
It'd be some shit if the tigers develop their own society, like their own tiger version of Wakanda.
Oh shit!
The bulls. Was that guy that had the tiger the actual owner? So I heard there was like back and forth on it.
So
actually,
he says he was the owner, but I don't think he was. And the owner of the house, because he was renting the house, said that he didn't even know the dude was raising a tiger there.
I'm pretty sure a lot of things.
I don't think he was the actual owner. I just think he said that shit just to get the tiger.
So this dude was on parole too for like first-degree murder out there. He was out on bail.
Tiger was his accomplice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was hilarious to me.
Gotcha.
Earlier this week, his lawyer was giving out a statement in front of the courthouse, and as the cameras are rolling, he just showed up in like a big-ass white Bentley and hopped out like it was nothing, and everybody's like, what the
He pulled a Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
Put fucking some scent that the tiger will eat on the person he wanted to murder.
Shit, some people were saying this is Carol Baskin's tiger. On the news, they said that
that's
shit. The
just
search
crazy,
goes on
though.
for Carol Baskin's tiger.
That shit is fucking crazy, bro. Because honestly, like here in California, right? I wanted at one point to own a ferret, but apparently it's illegal in California. You can't own ferrets.
I had a teacher in high school that had a ferret.
Wait, in Texas?
We all had a teacher in high school that had a ferret.
Yes.
In Texas, it's legal. You can have a ferret here.
Oh, I thought you said same here. I was about to be like, goddamn, you could own a tiger, but you can't own a ferret.
I can own some guns in
You
Texas.
feed the ferret to the
I
tiger.
be in the military to own that just to shoot.
That's crazy though. Like,
No, dude, because shit, me and my brother, we went to the the Woodlands Mall, and they had a little pet shop right there, and they were like, "Hey, a ferret's for sale." I was like, "Fuck, I want to get a ferret."
dude, ferrets are hella funny. I've seen this YouTube channel where the dude basically makes videos because he has 2 pet otters.
Oh.
Dude, I'm telling you, I love my dog and everything, but if I could own some kind of exotic animal like that, that should be tight. But getting permits for it in California is fucking damn near impossible.
Shit.
A lot of things.
If I played my cards right, I could have had a pet octopus.
Dude, those are hard to maintain though, simply because
They can
they're so
squeeze through
smart.
anything.
Well, that and they're so smart that they're always looking for a way out.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that they don't have any skeletons, so the fact like they can squeeze through shit like a hole this damn big.
Yeah, I mean, whatever their beak can get through, they can get through.
Yep. Like there was this Asian market that was selling live octopuses, and he had a sign on there. He wants a pet octopus. I was like,
Are you joking or are you serious? 'Cause I might check you up on that.
No, dude, like for real, I was legit about to do it. I was looking for research on how to fucking keep one and shit.
Dude, those
And
things are
my
hella
ex
smart.
talked me out of it.
And then here you are. No X, no octopus.
No
Should have
tiger.
kept the, should have got the octopus.
Shoulda
That
got
shit
the
might have stayed with you.
I think I would have found a way to escape by now.
Yeah.
His ex did.
That motherfucker would have been like,
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I don't know, bro. If he fed it the way Bulls eats, I think that octopus would have been happy.
Would have stayed. Yeah.
motherfucker wouldn't have went nowhere. He probably would have tapped on the glass like, hey, you think it's time to give me a bigger tank, motherfucker? Goddamn.
Squeezed up on the side and shit.
Looking like a giant squid and shit with that one eye. Goddamn.
So, Julio, I know this is off topic, but considering the fact that you weren't around for the last two collabs, like, hopefully you played them back, and do you have any feedback for the three of us?
I think you guys carried the shows pretty well. 2-1, and we're back. But yeah, so no, that tiger story for real, like it's just insane. I think today's episode we're gonna talk about a lot of people with just money to blow on excess. Our next joke. So
Okay.
what's a good title for a sports themed porno movie?
Balls to the wall.
Slam dunk.
Good ones. Marcus, do you have one? No? Okay.
The hardest yard.
That's pretty good. It's like better when we got here on the joke. But anyway. Air Bud, The Legend of the Red Rocket, or Full Cum Press? I'm not going to lie. The Legend of the Red Rocket? That's actually pretty fucking totally disturbing and disgusting, but still pretty funny.
Oh, that's why it's called Dirty Jokes.
All right, and for the
Go find a helmet.
why'd you stop
Put
it?
on the damn helmet.
Damn. All right, so for the Fuck My Life story of the week, Ricky, I believe this one's yours. Fill us in.
So yeah, it's about a Bay Area, so it's local news for us. It's
Actually,
about a Bay
You
Area.
got that wrong, bro.
Me?
The Fuck Up My Life story is the blood dripping from the ceiling.
Damn.
Fucking skip.
I think that's your
This shit,
story.
I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Is that what my story?
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
jackass.
Pretty sure.
All
Jesus
right.
Christ. Now
Let's
you
stay
made me look
back
a
and he's already
professional.
fucking up the
I
damn show.
kind of like giving information for all these stories this week while I was out. So this one's coming out of El Paso, Texas. Women.
It's all right. Let's just say he's not in the right headspace.
Not that burp. So a woman in El Paso, Texas is now seeking legal damages for her mental health after she woke up to having blood dripping on her while she was in bed, coming through her ceiling fan.
It was her period sneaking up on her.
The boy played the best game of hide and seek ever.
It was
Yep.
straight Venom style. Just
Mother Nature was just waiting
Is there
up
a
there.
video of this shit?
It was trying to reenact. It was trying to reenact the
is
fucking
there?
that.
Is there video of this shit? Like, is there video of the blood dripping on her?
Well, there's no video of the blood dripping, but there is.
No video of the blood dripping.
Let's go ahead and
But there are photos of the pool of blood.
let's roll the clip.
Let's see what we got.
Let's go.
A shocking discovery. An El Paso woman recounts the moments that she woke up to blood dripping from her apartment ceiling. Thanks for joining us. I'm Daniel Muddy.
And I'm Natasha Paloma. This happened at the Cielo Vista Apartments in East El Paso. KTSM 9 News reporter Stephanie Shields tells us where that blood was coming from.
Well, Daniel, Natasha, imagine you're sleeping in your bed and you start to feel something drip on your face. Now, upon turning on the lights, you see what you thought was water is actually blood dripping from the ceiling. It sounds like something from a horror movie, but that's what actually happened to Ana Cardenas, who lives here on the ground floor apartment. What we're about to show you may be disturbing.
Oh, mi apartamento está lleno de sangre.
Ana Cardenas waking up in a panic after seeing blood dripping from her ceiling, the fan spreading it across the room.
Mucho asco. Entré en shock.
It grossed me out. I was in shock. I thought, this isn't real. This is a dream. Wake up. I called maintenance and they said, are you sure? And I said, blood is falling on me.
After calling 911, Anna learned the blood, which covered her bed, clothing, furniture, and even her hair, was coming from the neighbor in the upstairs apartment. A man somewhere between ages 55 and 70 had died.
The firefighters knocked down his door and the body was laying exactly where my fan is underneath. He had carpet, but the blood seeped through to my ceiling.
Anna says police determined her neighbor died from natural causes and was decomposing for about 5 to 6 days.
Y quita la plaquita y se viene el chorro de sangre otra vez.
Anna says her mattress was destroyed from the blood and now she battles apartment management for compensation. KTSM walked through her apartment after it was disinfected. The ceiling had been taken out, but flies and a foul smell still linger. Anna says her apartment management does not return her calls. We tried calling as well.
Thank you for calling Cielo Vista Apartment. We are either away from our desk or with a customer.
But we just received the voicemail. Anna says for now she's traumatized, can't eat or sleep, and needs a medical exam to ensure she doesn't have an infection.
Pues fue muy feo. Fue un impacto muy feo.
Now, Anna says she did not renew her lease and continues to search for an apartment in her budget. In the meantime, she is waiting to hear back from apartment owners to compensate for her damaged belongings. And there is a GoFundMe available. We'll have that link on our website, ktsm.com. Stephanie Shields, KTSM 90.
Okay, now somebody actually did die. Like her upstairs neighbor died. And had been dead for what they say here is at least 3 days. And the body was decomposing when the police finally went up there. And
the blood should have been dried by then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did they die? Because did this person just get bloated into the point where they actually had a crack in their skin that caused the blood to leak? Because that just seems like if they were dead for that long time, like Marcus said, that blood should have been cracked.
The body was decomposing right above her, right above where her bedroom was, and it made it through. So there wasn't any carpet. It made it through the hardwood floor and just straight through the ceiling.
Because I thought she was just that body was just dead for 2 days.
Yeah, the body was dead for a couple of days, and there was no breakage of the skin. There's no way that blood would have.
No, but your body starts to decompose. I mean, it's El Paso, Texas. It's pretty.
Yeah,
hard,
your body starts to decompose, but the blood doesn't necessarily start bursting out of there until after the body started to bloat.
That's what I mean. That must have been a gruesome ass scene when they got in there, because that person must have to been really bloated before it actually cracked the skin and caused the blood to actually drip out.
So yeah, take a time when it comes to all those noxious gases inside the body.
They call the hazmat to go in there and remove the body the remains of the body from the apartment upstairs. And then they're having to replace pretty much everything in her room that made contact with the blood. They ripped out the entire ceiling.
I think she lost everything. But
yeah,
bro, you know when they fix that shit, the rent in that apartment is gonna be cheap as fuck.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you right now. If that was me, I'd be asking for a new apartment. I can't live in here no more.
Yeah, fuck that.
But man, 4 in the morning, you get woken up, you turn on the light, and you fucking bed's all covered in blood. You're covered in blood, and your apartment's covered in blood. That's crazy.
I'd be like, what should I do last night, bro?
The worst case of period you've ever had.
I'm getting up and I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah, it's
coming back.
I'm calling a fucking priest. Fuck the police.
Yeah, especially with the amount of horror movies I watch. I'm like, oh, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit,
That's so fucking crazy though.
Dude, that's. Oh my god.
Dude, that lady's accent was hilarious.
It was pretty funny, but man, I think she was just caught up in that moment. Just real dramatic.
Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos. That's some shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Waking up at 4 a.m. to that would probably be some shit that make you pull your Bible out.
Oh, for sure. You find religion at that shit.
No, it'd be that
For real.
one moment where you actually reenact the scene where you jump through the fucking window. Nope.
Well,
That's crazy.
soft landing to whatever you hit on the ground, though.
So does the article even say what the person died from?
No, it doesn't. It just says all it says they found her dead body in the room. They had to like send the hazmat crew to do the cleanup and remove.
Great reporting, guys.
So I know the woman's gonna sue the landlord, right? For that rental property. Do you guys think she has a good chance of winning?
Well, it's not like unless he killed him and then deliberately put it over her damn thing so that shit could happen. There's no way in hell she's winning that.
They're already like replacing. Well, the ceiling's part of the building. It has to be replaced. I mean, they're already replacing and probably paying her for the stuff that got damaged. Like as far as emotional trauma is concerned, yeah, I get that's traumatic, but I don't see that holding water.
That's the only case she has, pain and suffering.
But the thing is that like as far as like if they replace everything that got damaged from that, then she really doesn't have a pain and suffrage lawsuit because it was unforeseeable circumstances that caused that.
Exactly.
Like really unforeseeable circumstances.
No, I'm saying that's what her case would be based on, pain and suffering. I'm not saying.
No, I know, but
in her favor.
I'm just asking in the reasons why they wouldn't rule in her favor because what's causing her the unforeseeable the pain and suffrage are unforeseeable circumstances. There's no way that the landlord could have known. That would mean that your landlord has to do a fucking wellness check every other day at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and eventually that's gonna.
And I'm sure their policy doesn't warrant that. So.
Well, it shouldn't warrant that because wouldn't that eventually become an invasion of privacy type of situation?
Yeah, the only time you would actually need to do that is if it was an assisted living home.
Bro, I don't even hear from my mom every 2 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I totally get this woman, and she should get her comp for everything she lost. But I don't think the renter is the fucking rental property is at fault here.
No,
it wasn't negligent that they did.
Somebody just died. They croaked. End of story. And you know what else is end of story? The story. Unless you guys got anything more to add.
I think that's pretty much it.
Oh, that was subtle.
Let's go on to the next joke. So the kid goes up to his dad and tells him, "Hey, Dad, I made a girl cry today, but I didn't mean to." The dad asks what happened, so the boy tells him, "She said that she loves me." And I said, "Well, that's nice." So then she said back, "Do you hate me or something?" And so I said to her, "Hey, listen, it's not that I hate you. It's just that you're literally the Monday of my life." Yo, man, how does a girl not cry from that? I'd be hurt if I got from one of you guys.
Damn. That easy, huh? That easy to hurt you, bro. I didn't realize that.
I wonder if his middle name is Garfield.
That's a tough one, though. I don't even know if that's a joke. But that's probably why we got ghosted today, y'all.
Hey!
But is it any day besides a Friday, Saturday, Sunday a compliment? I think if you call me the Tuesday or your laugh, I'll still be like, what the fuck?
At least that wasn't Monday.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Monday.
No one wants to be Monday.
Hey, what does it take for me to move up the week?
How can I get to be a Friday? How can I be your Friday?
For real. Don't be a Friday that makes you smile every day.
Shut the fuck up!
All right, so Ricky, I believe you're the one for Dumbass of the Week, right?
You sure?
Now you're up.
Are we sure?
You dumbass.
I wasn't keeping track. We didn't put a name next to all these, so.
All right, so as I was saying earlier, I have local news. So, local man in the Bay Area had been spotted driving in the back seat of his car. So he has a Tesla. He puts it on autopilot and then climbs in the back seat and rides around that way. Yeah. So I think he eluded police for, I want to say, 3 to 4 days after he was initially reported.
Yeah.
And then when he finally got pulled over, which is crazy because like if you get pulled over and the autopilot's on, how do you stop the car if you're sitting
the
in the
cop
back
said
seat?
he had to he literally was jumping back into the driver's seat to stop the car.
Okay. So he had to jump back to stop the car, and then was pretty much immediately arrested and got his car impounded.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out this isn't his first offense doing this, and he's gotten charged for it before, and every time he gets out on bail, right? And apparently he's been quoted as saying that he's gonna keep doing it. It doesn't matter how many times it's gonna happen. He's quoted as saying, "I'm rich, like I'm really rich. So every time this happens, I can just basically get out on bail, go out, and buy a new Tesla."
And in fact, we got video. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Do you know, let's see if you can get a look at him here. Do you know the man in the back there? He's wearing a white hat. It's a little hard to see him, but someone who knows him might recognize the guy. The CHP is looking for him after he was caught on video sitting in the back seat of a Tesla. The Tesla was on autopilot cruising along a Bay Area road. KRON 4's Dan Thorne is live tonight in San Francisco with reaction to what some people are calling a careless stunt, Dan, and could have put some lives at risk.
Absolutely. Catherine, the people who shared the videos with us, or the video and the pictures with us, say that they were really stunned to see essentially a driverless Tesla just moving down the freeway there. The only person in that car sitting in the back seat. Auto experts have said that autopilot in vehicles is an interesting topic. It's certainly something that's got a lot of people talking, but doing something like this on a public road is extremely careless and also dangerous. A risky autopilot stunt in a Tesla caught on video. The driver is seen waving from the back seat along I-80 in Emeryville before speeding off. Other pictures showing the man alone in the car, seemingly carefree and grinning for the camera.
By all means, do not do this. It's incredibly dangerous to be sitting in the back seat of a vehicle as it's traveling, even if it appears to be in control.
Keith Barry is an autos reporter for Consumer Reports. The organization recently did an experiment on how easy it is to have a Tesla drive on autopilot without anyone in the driver's seat.
And at this point, it was completely driving on autopilot with no one in the driver's seat.
They found the Tesla Model Y was unable to identify if the driver was paying attention or if there was a driver there at all.
And we were surprised how easy it was to defeat the insufficient safeguards.
There are lots of videos circulating online of people doing things like this and abusing autopilot and abusing the system. It shows that it is too easy to defeat the safeguards that are in place and that there should be more safeguards in place.
Barry argues there's an exciting element to an autopilot feature, but right now the technology is in a gray area, and the dangers of tricks like this not only put the driver at risk, but those around them. CHP Golden Gate confirmed the stunts are under investigation and called this an unusual incident.
Tesla Autopilot is a driving assistance system. It works very well, but by no means should a driver be anywhere other than behind the wheel, paying attention to the road.
Consumer Reports experts also say that Tesla's vehicles have performed very well in many of their tests, but in terms of autopilot, they should consider making some small adjustments, such as installing a camera in the vehicle that would be able to see whether or not the driver is paying attention or whether or not the driver is actually behind the wheel of the vehicle. And another thing that they could do, at the very least, would be putting a weight sensor in the seat of the driver's seat. This way, if somebody is not there, the vehicle can detect that there's somebody not in that seat behind the vehicle, being safe. And of course, when it comes to rolling out this technology, almost all of the experts say safety should be the number one factor. Reporting live in San Francisco, Dan Thorne, KRON 4 News.
We're back.
That guy's gonna get his license expended. It keeps going.
But if he's not driving, does he need a license?
Oh shit! I have to bring up another question.
No, you do, because technically you have to get behind the wheel to initiate the autopilot.
Apparently not.
I have push-to-start vans at home, and I can literally stand outside the van, push the pedal, and push the start button, and it turns itself on.
Yeah, but I mean, for the setup Tesla's autopilot system, you have to be in the driver's seat initially to set everything up and fire and get the car rolling. Then after that, that's when he jumps in the back.
Yeah, and I think when you first let go of the steering wheel, it'll give you an alert.
Pretty much, I think he probably just found a way to like get around that.
Well, yeah, they've shown it, right? Because not too long ago there was an accident. I don't remember where it was, but 2 people riding in the back, and the shit smashed into something, caught on fire, and they both died.
Yeah,
and they
Houston, we talked about it like almost a month ago.
Yeah, so they found out that
that's not the only incident that happened as well. There are other people who have been caught on filmed on video falling sleep at the fucking wheel while it was on autopilot.
Yeah, especially here in the Bay Area.
I drove next to a guy the other day who was playing video games on a Nintendo Switch while the car was driving itself. And it was like a Tesla.
That's cool, man. At least he's aware.
At least he's in the driver's seat. He'll know what he hits, right? But yeah, no, this dude's got quite a long list of being a dick. So he has like an Instagram page called Gold Lavish something, where he's always talking shit about people that are like blue collar workers. He's got
himself gold collar.
Yeah, he's got videos of himself being like chauffeured in New York City, where he's like next to like taxis, telling people only peasants ride in taxis while he's being driven around like in a Rolls Royce or a very expensive Mercedes. And
that isn't his, right?
Yeah, they're like he pretty much has
he's just getting himself driven around in a luxury taxi.
Pretty much.
What an argument.
Yeah. Then apparently he got arrested in 2016 in Leandro for trying to sell a phone that he supposedly found. It wasn't his, obviously. And he got sentenced to 60 days in county jail. And apparently, here's where things get a little sketchy. He got to the county jail, Santa Rita County Jail. Go fuck yourself, Marcus.
I was talking about him, dumbass, not you. Wow, bro. Where's the ego on you? You talking about this guy?
Shit.
That's
we know you're
podcast.
Bro, we know you're fat, but the world doesn't revolve around you.
I revolve around it. Anywho.
Wow,
yeah,
he just turned that into himself again.
Trying to talk. The guy got put in the freaking ward with all the mental health nutcases instead of like general population.
He is a...
No.
I saw one.
And they had him in there for almost 3 weeks, for about 3.5 weeks, while his lawyer was like, "Hey, he's in the wrong." Was pleading with Alameda County Court, telling them, "Hey, he's in like the wrong part of the jail."
No, he's not.
Nope.
Not the attitude he has. He probably deserves it because he thinks really full of himself. If you guys watch his
Pretty sure his brain does this 24/7.
I was trying to tell you one of the videos I watch, Julio. So one of the Instagram videos you linked on the text message, where he's basically stunned about how rich he is. He still has a price tag on his shirt. How rich can he really be?
He's got to let people know what those shirts cost, bro. But he can't tell them like verbally.
Rich people will tell you how much they spent on it. They don't need to show you the fucking price tag.
And poor people like myself will tell you how much we saved on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can price.
People always come to my house talking about, "Hey, bro, that's a really nice TV, the one I bought when I moved to Davis." They're like, "Damn, that TV's hella clear." But I honestly think it has to do a lot with the fact that I have Sony fiber optic internet now. But everybody's always like, "Oh, that TV's hella clear." Yeah, bro, and I saved like $400 on it because it was open box.
Mm-hmm.
That's a flex.
That's a flex, bro.
No, tell me how much you spent. Tell me how much you saved.
Right.
This dude already went and bought a new Tesla the next day after he got released.
Yeah, cherry red, right?
Yep. The first one was gray. Now he's got a red one. And he's taunting the cops. He's going to keep doing this over and over and over. So at what point do you just like get thrown in jail for a good while?
Hey, I think I don't know if everybody's in agreement, but should we call Frank Castle on this one? Should we get the Punisher involved? I'm just saying.
Dude, it's just crazy to me, bro. The problem is, because I don't know where in Europe, but I know there's certain European countries where the crime or the fine is based on your level of income, right? But here in America, it's only based on what the judge wants to give you or what the law says that you should get. So people like him, who apparently are really rich, don't really give a fuck about paying a $400 fine.
They're above the law.
So that comment you made earlier when you said you believe that all fines should be tailored towards how much you make.
Yeah.
At first I was on the fence about it, but now I'm looking at it like, you know what?
A little brat like this.
That would basically kind of tip the scales a little bit back in everyone's favor.
Well, it'll make everybody have to follow the law, right?
Yeah.
Because at that point now, because you over saying like, I'm rich, I ain't got to worry about it. But shit, if you got to pay a $400,000 fucking fine for some simple shit, when we got to pay $400, you might think twice about doing that shit again.
Yeah,
bro.
That's a Ferrari, not brand new.
Well, the problem is like once the autopilot is engaged, right? The pressure sensors on the seat don't have anything to do with the autopilot. What it has to do with the autopilot is your hands on the steering wheel. So people have found ways around that by, like, for example, getting two bits of duct tape and then tying them off like nunchucks. And then putting it through the steering wheel and holding it there, because that applies enough pressure on the steering wheel where it tricks the system into thinking that you're still holding on to the wheel.
Yep. The thing is, you really got to go through all of that just so you can sit in the back seat and
I heard of people hacking the software on those cars to where it freaking like bypasses all that stuff.
That could be that might be a case too, but like honestly, to me. And you guys know me, I've done some pretty reckless stuff on behind the wheel, but like not being behind the wheel seems idiotic to me.
I can't.
Yeah, that's like where you draw the line.
Especially when a company, like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for like innovation. And if Tesla was to say like, listen, our phase 6 of our software will make it completely autonomous, so you don't have to be behind the wheel. It'll completely come to a stop, slow down, and all this other shit on its own.
Avoid kidding pedestrians and stuff. And
yeah. Like, sure, I'll trust the system. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's already been enough research and enough tests behind it to where it's reliable. But if a company says it's not good for that, why would you fucking risk it?
I can
only see that working if they spent like the last 3-4 years going through every single roll and installing sensors that would, communicate with the vehicle so that way it knows when to stop, when to not, and all that extra shit in order to send that. That's probably going to cost billions of fucking dollars to do.
In current state, like, why would someone get that? If you can, like, use it to read a book or go in the backseat to nap, like, why would anyone buy that?
Because they're so eager for that fucking Jetsons future.
Then, like, Tesla advertised it as, like, it's supposed to take some of the stress off of driving, so you're not, like, as tired from driving the car, like, paying so much attention and stuff, which I'm not going to lie. I've done really long road trips and I've driven cars around all day long in traffic and stuff. That shit gets exhausting, but at the end of the day,
you have to fucking do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like, even our car, I have a Nissan Rogue, right? And that has lane assist and it slows down and speeds up based on how traffic is going. So it does help.
Too, right?
It does help a lot. You know what I mean? It keep me in the lane. It'll slow down if traffic's slowing down because it has the radar sensor in the front and the back. It'll speed up whenever it's safe and shit like that. So it does take a lot of like the load off of you, especially like yesterday when I went to the lake. I was really tired near the end, and so I had to drop somebody off and then come home. That really helped a lot when we were in open roads. But not once did I decide like, hey, I'm gonna let the car drive itself.
Yeah, like I got that on the Accord, and I'm not gonna trust that on the streets or.
Yeah, I can't relinquish that kind of control, no matter how sophisticated the system is.
But yeah, Jose, to answer your question, it just, like Julio said, it does come very handy, like in long distance road trips.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because all you have to do is keep your hand on the steering wheel. Everything else is done for you. So you're not like constantly stretched out pushing the pedal. You can actually relax your feet and chill. Yeah. As long as you're aware of what's going on.
Yeah, as long as you can preset it to a certain distance. So if a car gets in front of you, it'll match that car's speed. Once the car's out of the way, it'll go back to the preset.
And Tesla goes even further than that, right? Because like a Tesla self-driving car can actually do stop signs, take turns, shit like that.
They can literally exit off ramps and on ramps, all that shit. Yeah, it
Yeah.
could literally
So
drive.
it does all of that by itself, bro. So ultimately, you just have to be behind the wheel in case the system fails. And it's been shown to fail a few times already. You know, like a Tesla running into an overturned 18-wheeler and shit like that.
Tesla running into a tree in Houston. Yeah.
Yeah. So ultimately, it's not going to be one of those. It's not one of those, like, how do I put it? Okay,
I
so
still
in the
think
next
this
5
is
years,
now-
we will have a fully autonomous vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Probably
about
like
what 10 to 15 years after that, we'll probably have that start exploring like fucking propulsion vehicles.
So in the next 10 years, fully autonomous, and we'll start redesigning cars around that, and then hopefully propulsion vehicles will become next. But like fully autonomous vehicles will come in a way where it'll have like cargo areas on both sides, and then the area where passengers sit will probably
In
be
the
more
center.
like facing each other in the center, so you
It'll
guys
be
can have
like-
interaction and shit like that,
Kind
which
of be
was
like
kind of cool.
Kind of be like
I-
little
I-
blocks in a sense.
Yeah, but
hope
I'm
the
betting
car-
that, like after a while, like I'm pretty sure like all of those cars will be able to communicate with each other so that way they can keep a safe distance from
Oh, yeah,
crashing
totally.
and shit.
Well,
You can all,
that's
dude,
the part
traffic,
of right?
traffic would be eliminated. Think about it. All the cars are like next to each other doing 65 at high speed.
We'll have to maintain extremely short distances because everybody knows what everybody else is going to do ahead of time. Because if everybody's integrated, cars will know that like maybe 3 cars ahead of you, the car's going to get off on the next off ramp, so everybody will slow down simultaneously without necessarily needing a stopping space.
Yeah.
And I say not every car can go the same speed because the car behind you, if it's going 60 miles an hour, it's gonna run into you.
No, but
If you're also doing
Not if you're doing 60.
They can all communicate.
Based on physics, if you're doing 60 and you're right behind a car that's doing 60, the space between both of you will always remain the same.
Exactly.
Sure, because every time I've done it, I've almost run into someone.
That's because they start slowing down before you have time to react.
And you follow pretty close.
And in a fully autonomous car, the cars will know ahead of time, right?
They'll
So if it's
communicate with
3
each other.
cars, if it's 3 cars ahead of you, the car way in the back will hit the brakes prior to the car in the front hitting the brakes. That way, there's a chain reaction upward. So there's no change. There's no necessarily no need to have a change in speed. Jesus Christ! See what happens when you guys get me nerding out.
No, keep going.
So shit, this is the
We're all
main
gonna get-
damn
we're all
this
gonna
was
get
the
left
main
here.
damn story of the episode. So shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be nice not having to honk at the car in front of you because the light turned green and they're still at a dead stop. Like,
Right.
No.
That's the crazy part, though, bro. If we get to that point, we might get to a point where there's no need for lights.
Or horns.
True.
Because cars will know, even if you're crossing an intersection, they would be aware of one another and know who's going when based on the rate of travel.
We'll still have the crosswalks too. I'm pretty sure the crosswalks.
Question would I'm wondering if they would redesign the crosswalk so it's not going straight across the street. More
Well,
like
we might
going like a
redesign
bridge,
crosswalks
basically.
where, I was gonna say we might redesign crosswalks to where it's more of a bridge, right?
Like an escalator going up, you walk across
see a lot
the
of that in
escalator
Mexico.
going
Like
down.
in Vegas, bro. Like
Oh,
when you go to
yes.
Vegas, their major intersection has
There's no way to
overhead.
cross. Yeah, there's no way to
traffic.
just go across Las Vegas Boulevard. You have to go on one of those like elevated.
If you think about it, redesigning it that way would also decrease how many, fucking hit and runs or pedestrian accidents you have. Aside from, you colliding with a bike or some shit.
Yep.
That's true. We might have smart bikes too, though.
I mean, we kind of do already, just not as smart as, well, not as, not as up to date as most smart objects.
So,
Cause shit, we got fucking those electric bikes for fucking sale at Costco.
Yeah, but they're not smart. Like you can't.
Yeah.
You have to tell them where to go.
Yeah, that's why I said they're not as smart as most people might think.
yeah. So
But in
back to our
terms-
story, like
if you
this guy's a
between
fucking
that and a
idiot.
regular bike, it's smarter than a regular bike. So
No, it's just an electric bike. It's not a smart bike, dude.
it's smarter than a fucking regular bike, is it not?
No.
No.
Okay, then yes, it
Not-
is.
It's just not a
You
battery
press a
powering.
goddamn button, it folds its fucking self. Smart. Case closed.
So back to our
Yeah,
regular
that's
story, right? This guy,
We're talking
back to our
about-
regular
yeah,
story.
back to our regular story.
So the Tesla guy's just stupid in the sense that
dude is like-
he's not only risking his own life, but he's risking everybody else's life.
There's
And calling people peasants while he does it.
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go on this off topic again. My bad, guys. But is this
Damn it, we
stupid?
just got
Because I saw someone post that they were going 110 miles per hour on the highway. Like, why would you incriminate yourself on social media? Like, can you actually get arrested?
Yeah, but it's just like a certain dumbass talking about a fucking race between him and someone else.
So it goes two ways, right? If you post that and your account is public, let's just say the cops happen to like just scroll across and see it. Well, it's public information now that you made it public, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, private, and you get a warrant and you get into that person's account and then you find it, it's like, well, now I can bring this up in court still because I had a warrant for it. But either way, you just incriminated yourself. Like, why?
Well, like,
what if it's
private? What if it's private and I'm already following you?
Yeah. Or what if someone took a screenshot of it and showed it to a cop?
Say that again, Bulls?
What if someone took a screenshot of it and said, hey, this guy posted on 114 miles on the highway and showed it to a cop? Could that elicit probable cause to get a warrant?
No, because technically it's not happening in the officer's presence. Even though someone is showing it, you could Photoshop that, you could have made that up. There's like, unless
but the same thing could be applied to if they just come across it, if it's a public account. Because it's not happening in their presence as well.
Yeah, they're called super fakes.
That's true, but at that point it's like to like prove that this is like true.
Which is to segue back to our original article. Like, this guy posts on his Instagram that he's breaking the law. Like, shows a video of him fucking in the back seat. How stupid is that? He's
fucking in the back seat, bro. Jesus Christ! I thought he was riding back there.
Yeah.
Oh,
sheets in the back seat while breaking the law.
Yeah, who wants to get clapped by him though?
Dirty dog.
I do doesn't look that great.
That crypto money.
He's rich.
Like he said, bro. He's rich. He's really rich. He's so rich that he could have his fucking Tesla impounded and go out and get a new one the minute that he comes out of jail.
There's got
how long
pull
over.
Yeah, basically.
That's my thing. How long until he gets arrested again? That's what I'm. All right.
Well, it's not going to be long, but here's my question though. Like, if he's just going to keep doing it, like, eventually they're going to have to do something where along the lines of just putting his ass in jail.
Oh, definitely. Like, because
it's reckless endangerment.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get arrested and probably get like a no bail hold or something and put on him. That's going to happen. I can't imagine if dude has enough money to get himself out of jail.
Yeah, but he still like basically boasts about being rich so he could get away with whatever he wants.
The question is he really rich? Like, where's his money coming from? It's like, I get he's like he's probably
I'm pretty sure some's coming from Instagram, but who knows? He may have inherited the money from his parents.
His Instagram page isn't that popular. He's only got like 5,000.
I said some. Well, if he's only got like 5,000, then no, that's not coming from Instagram.
Yeah, and he only follows.
You're right.
He only follows 3 people. He's got
so then that would mean that either he gets a sponsor or he's just.
And he only has
his family is
like 25 posts.
Like, his family must be like, rich, like old money rich.
He's got that oil well money rich.
Yeah.
Can Tesla blacklist him though and not sell him?
I don't know if Tesla's.
I don't think they would though. Think about it. It's like you're turning down someone who can literally come
go ahead and get
as many
arrested.
cars as he wants.
Right.
Tesla's
go ahead and get arrested.
Blacklist
Buy another car.
Unless
a corporation and money
on their image, I don't think Tesla's
Tesla,
gonna fucking.
Consider this good or bad publicity?
I don't think Tesla's gonna fucking blacklist him just because he's, bad for the business. I mean, look at what happened with all the recalls.
If you're Tesla, do you consider this good or bad publicity? Because Tesla,
it's publicity nonetheless, bro. Like, honestly, it's publicity because their vehicles aren't the ones doing anything wrong. It's the operator.
It's him.
It's shown to not really.
And the fact that he's gaining popularity through it, meaning more people will start,
It's shown to what, Julio?
Tesla is not really shown to like care too much what happens with their vehicles, in a sense of like, hey,
look at the recall.
I buys them. To this point, I haven't seen Tesla say, like, oh, we're not allowing certain people to buy this or nothing. They're like, no, if you got the money.
Which car company doesn't allow people to buy money? Because I know that there's drug dealers out there riding around in Porsches and Lamborghinis and shit. There's cartel members doing it. There's rappers doing it. Like, so tell me, like, which company?
Yeah, for them, money is money. It doesn't matter where it comes from.
Didn't fucking
But I'm just thinking like
buy a bunch of brand new Toyotas like 5 years ago, and we're like driving them like crazy up in the Middle East. They didn't get to shit.
What?
But I'm just thinking like you know how
he's talking about ISIS, bro. ISIS was riding around on modified fucking Toyota trucks.
They didn't give a fuck.
Of course they didn't give a fuck. There you go. Like,
They're gonna be like, you want to ride these and become a terrorist in them? It's all good. Just pay me, boy.
Their goal, first and foremost, is to make money. So to them, it doesn't matter where the fuck it comes from. Like I said earlier, as long as you got the money to pay for this shit, have at it.
But I'm thinking like you know how you go to like restaurants and they got the like no shirt, no shoes, no service. They can legitimately turn it around. Like, can't Tesla be like, if you're gonna violate our autopilot terms and conditions, we can't sell you this vehicle?
I think only if it reflects negatively on them. I think there's got to be enough. There's got to be enough negative shit happening with their cars, or at least people who have their cars and doing shit with their cars in order for them to say, hey, if you're gonna do this shit with our cars, then we're not selling to you. But then, how the hell do you know until they actually do it?
So what else we got, boys?
All right,
on to the next joke. Enough with this topic. So a kid walked.
We're at an hour and 15. That's why.
Oh shit.
So remember, we were about 30 minutes before the show started. So
we're at 45 minutes.
We're still under an hour.
So we're at 45 minutes then.
Yeah,
pretty much.
15 minutes left. Let's do it.
Okay, next joke. So a kid walked up to his dad and asked him if he wanted to know what happened to him at school. The father asked what happened. The kid tells him, well, the teacher asked me what's the most important thing anyone has ever said to me. The dad asked, oh yeah? What did you tell her? I told her, do you want to know what my grandpa said before he kicked the bucket? The teacher said, well, I'm sorry, but yes. And the kid said to her, well, Teach, he said, hey, Donnie, want to see how far I can kick this bucket?
I thought it was gonna be bad, but no.
His grandpa didn't die.
Joke's on you.
All right.
Oh man.
Segment, Jose, I believe you got this one, right?
Yes. So this is also local news. This is a teacher from the West Contra Costa Unified School District.
And then local news.
Which
which I have for you want to know the school and everything.
So what's her name? Barbara what?
McIntyre
or something.
Because no one can pronounce her name.
But anyways, she's a teacher from Harding Elementary, and she basically made the news because she is going to be going to Mexico for what?
Classroom number 117.
Classroom 117. So she's going to Mexico for 12 days for her son's wedding, which I think that's all perfectly fine. But where the controversy starts is that she's a teacher that has elected to remain distance learning 100% for fear of COVID. And yet she's going on international travel for her son's wedding. And when she comes back, she's still going to be 100% distance learning. So there's a lot of hypocrisy there.
I love the hypocrisy there. Don't get me wrong. Simply because it's like, it's just crazy. Because how do I put it? Okay, yes, I get it. It's your son's wedding. But at this point, you're basically saying, I'm willing to risk my life to go to attend my son's wedding, but I'm not willing to risk my life to do my job.
Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly it.
But I'm not gonna lie. If I had her options, I'd do it too.
I mean, I think we all probably do it. But like the article says, like the son's wedding has already been delayed like multiple times, because COVID fucked up a lot of people's plans. So I'm thinking, if it's already been delayed, why can't you work around your mom's schedule? She's a teacher, and if you want to be there, can't you just plan your wedding?
Hey, I worked around my mom's schedule my entire life. He's entitled to make the schedule he wants.
I guess he's probably like, Mom, now you work under my schedule. Wedding's in June. Either you're there or you're not.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, just just keep the same energy is my point, I guess. Because
Yeah.
if you're scared of COVID to come back to the classroom because of COVID, like how are you not scared to travel internationally?
Yeah. No, totally.
You know, you're scared. Have you been vaccinated? What is there for you to be scared of?
Yeah.
They do have vaccines.
Are you following the rules? Are you wearing masks? Are you social distancing and washing your hands frequently?
She's teaching from a distance, so yes.
Yeah, and I understand like the grade level as well. It's kindergarten. These kids are probably gonna be fine with a week or so of just busy work. With
I'm
the
pretty
teachers
sure
leaving.
they're happy to stay at home and play video games.
Hey,
and
my
watch
favorite time in
cartoons.
fucking elementary school was when that fucking black fucking wheel thing came into the room with the TV on top of it.
Yeah, with the big
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
TV.
TV card.
Every time you
Yeah.
have a teacher,
Also,
you gotta-
why was
yeah.
the TV card ever that high?
Yeah,
Exactly.
What did they think they were teaching fucking giants?
And
My
the kids
neck
at the
ended
back
up
could never
tired.
fucking see what the hell was on the TV anyway.
I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I would understand it maybe when you were in high school and you were taller, but like when you're in elementary school, you're fucking small. Like, why does that
Everybody's
thing?
got to crane their fucking neck up like this.
Ooh.
The person in the front row is just standing up so they could see.
Uh-huh.
I've watched one too many Bill Nye the Science Guy episodes.
Down
Not
in
fucking.
front.
Seriously.
Hey, some of them experiments were fun.
Listen though, that lady is completely wrong. As much as I said I'd do the same thing, I know that I'd be in the wrong. You
Oh,
get
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I'm accepting the fact that at this side I'm siding with the wrong answer, and I'm okay with that. Because sometimes it's better ask for forgiveness than permission. But
Still wrong.
She didn't have that option from the way she set it up.
I don't think
From the way my bank account is set up, I got to check into the savings.
Hey, listen,
You
it's still
see the
wrong.
way the checking in the savings.
Yeah, because
Yeah, no,
the district's quiet. I think what happens, like, because teachers right now, they're basically are sending parents like here's what's coming up in the schedule type of email to all parents. So I think she like was saying like, all right, this next week we're gonna cover like these topics. These are the times you show up, and also the following week I'm gonna be in Mexico. I'll be in Mexico, and then some.
So you
mom
guys are gonna have to
shot
make
it.
sure you get your kids to read the material because there will be a test when I get back.
Some Karen ass mom was like, hold on, you're gonna go to Mexico while I'm stuck here trying to teach this my own fucking seed? Fuck no. But
And there's also a plot twist. So her return trip back to school is still TBD because she might stay in Mexico longer because her mom's health is not good.
She lives her
So
mom's in Mexico.
that just so happened to coincide with her son's friggin' wedding.
Yep. She's gonna be there for 12 total days, right?
Okay,
so
guys. Am I the only one who wants to call bullshit on this one?
Yep.
But I'm like, if your mom's sick, like, why are you gonna risk passing COVID to her? Like, she's already got a compromised immune system.
Right.
Sounds of it.
Hey, wait. If it's time to go, it's time to go.
Mother needs to put on that damn helmet.
Yeah.
Like
That's
her daughter comes in.
I'll buy my mom a mask.
Looks like she's shooting for a flawless victory.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know. This I mean, I get it. Everybody's been locked up and entitled.
Oh shit! Wrong one.
Everyone's entitled to like
the pick is in, Marcus.
But
yeah, her pick.
Fuck, man, that's
And then like every school district is doing like their own thing. Like San Francisco is still 100% closed, and I think they're gonna reopen.
One day they're gonna open so they could reopen
rent
that
money.
fucking
Hey,
rent
think
money.
state money
right there.
Get that
Like,
money.
there's a grant, and to qualify, we just gotta be open one day. Guess who's opening on the last day of school?
Yep.
These
For
guys.
1 hour.
Get the shit.
Yeah, we need like 15% of the
That's what I'm
kids.
saying, bro. People aren't even taking COVID seriously. Like at this point, it's become such a politicized thing that it's like I'm gonna do the bare minimum that I need to do to make sure I get paid, and from that point on, I'm gonna claim COVID.
God damn it, Jeff!
Right.
So like, let's be real. Like, I'm completely like, if I had to pick a political party, I'd probably be liberal, like conservative Democrat. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely some things that. Hey, listen. There's definitely some things that all parties have right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could vote either way as long as the person is actually being true to me. But how many times have we actually had a fucking political representative be true to us?
Yep.
Oh, but that brings me back to the idea that, like, yeah, it's been politicized so much that, you know, like, at this point, I don't even care if we just go massless the rest of the way.
The strongest will survive, and the ones who don't. It's kind of like, that's almost the way that people want to treat it at this point.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Hey, on a side note, you guys know M. Night Shyamalan, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys know the movie Signs?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys know the movie The Happening?
Right.
Yeah.
And you know the movie After Earth?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you watch all those 3 movies in the sequence that I just gave them to you in, they make perfect sense.
Looks like Bo's gonna go watch it right now.
Dude, now I gotta watch them all.
Either waiting for the
Why didn't you
joke.
tell me this a few days ago? I gotta go back to work tomorrow.
I had to get up before my mind blew.
Damn it, man.
Dude, okay, so like for example, when you watch Signs, right? You know how the aliens don't really seem like aliens because why would aliens come down to a planet filled with water if they're susceptible to water?
Okay.
Therefore, you know that that's a generic alteration to like a fucking weapon.
Right.
Right?
Biological.
And at the very end, when he's fucking killing the little kid, he sprays a mist into the kid's nose.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it causes the kid to almost die. In The Happening, even though the people in The Happening are always fucking alluding to the fact that it's coming from the plants.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning of the movie, there's this shot where they're constantly shooting the fucking sky, and you know, kind of making references to like, it's not the plants, it's something in the sky. Therefore, like an unknown force, an extraterrestrial being. And then, at the beginning of After Earth, they tell you like, you know, humans ended up leaving planet Earth in a hurry, real quick, because they destroyed the planet, and the planet was uninhabitable because everything evolved to fucking kill humans.
Wait, wasn't that the Will Smith and Jaden Smith movie?
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. Here's how I make the connection to that in The Happening. Because in The Happening, you know that whatever attacked like what made people go crazy didn't happen until they had fear, or like the hormone of fear running through their veins.
Right.
Because right before an entire group turns, you hear a yell. And that yell leads to panic, and that panic leads to fear. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
And in the Will Smith, Jaden Smith fucking movie, After Earth, the aliens designed a fucking weird creature, genetically designed a weird creature.
That hunted based on fear.
That hunted based on fear.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
So
Holy
when people left Earth, they thought that everything had evolved to kill humans, which is why they left Earth. So the Jada Will Smith movie is based on them being in outer space and being on another planet because they thought that everything on Earth evolved to fucking kill humans. But when Jaden Smith and Will Smith land back on the planet, you realize that bird sacrificed itself. There's plenty of times that he sees wildlife that just minds its own fucking business. The only time that he hadn't actually had an animal attack it was when he was invading the fucking, it wasn't chimpanzees, but not even orangutans. Well, it was some wild,
baboons?
Yeah, when he was invading the baboons' territory. Because once he crossed the river, they didn't chase him. And then after that, the only other time he was attacked by anything, the only time he was attacked by anything else was when that bird tried to hunt him to make him food for his children. But even after that, when he helped save the children, or at least tried to help save the children, that bird turned around and saved him.
Okay, right.
See, all those 3 stories make sense if you put them together.
I told myself I was never gonna watch After Earth, but I think you just suckered me into a second viewing.
I watched it twice. It wasn't that bad.
I gotta go watch all those movies again.
But the funny thing about Will Smith is, if he talks about the movie, he thinks it's a good movie. If he doesn't, then he knows it was a bad movie. Like Gemini didn't say 2 words about it.
I think didn't he come out recently saying like the one movie he regrets is After Earth?
That one too, yeah.
That's because it was with his
There's
kid.
that one, and it was like a no.
His kid didn't want to act anymore.
Nah, he was trying to push the Hollywood life onto him, man.
Well, he
Like
said that
his
was
kid said, like his kid didn't even want to do the Karate Kid. Like he was pissed. He did not want to do it.
I mean, you could tell in the movie After Earth that he has daddy issues.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trust me, that was not acting. He was trying to get acceptance from his father that whole time. Watch that movie. I'm telling you. Watch that shit.
All right, last joke. Last joke of the evening, guys. What's the difference between your ass and a watermelon?
I would assume one's a watermelon.
Somebody actually wants to eat the watermelon.
You're getting close. One tastes good, the other one is a watermelon.
Done.
All right, hit us with the plug, Julio.
That's what he wrote here.
Yeah.
One tastes good, the other is a watermelon.
Yeah, we'll just close that out.
That was your joke, bro.
So on that note, I'm gonna turn this fucking light off, and I'm just gonna fucking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the end of the episode. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click on that notification bell so you guys get notifications when we post our videos. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at the Monolog Podcast. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week, guys.
See you guys.
Peace.